Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, Bob Gunton, who doesn't get enough credit generally speaking, 1994, The Shawshank Redemption. If you have not seen The Shawshank Redemption, see The Shawshank Redemption. An incredible story, character-driven, character development, literally a redemption arc for someone that apparently was innocent of the crime he was accused of, but we find out that he was a deeply flawed individual. He confesses things he did do wrong. We know that he was there at the crime scene with a gun and drunk, though he didn't go through with what he was thinking. How he overcomes a corrupt administration, abuse, misuse of funds. He escapes, gets his life back, crushes to destruction those who were corrupt and running the prison, helping out his friend Morgan Freeman and his friends inside generally, helping out a lot of people actually sort of coincidentally using his knowledge of banking, taxation, and finance. It's just an incredible story told in the very old-fashioned way in 1994, told in the old-fashioned way of not being intentionally woke and checking boxes and including all of the nonsense. There's nothing to it in this movie that men of different races going through different suffering bond and become friends. And I'm ashamed to even say that. I'm ashamed to have to mention that in a movie review because that stuff doesn't matter. But it matters so much to all of the modern crap and why it is garbage that they are producing now that I have to point this out, that retrospectively, this is when movies were good and none of that nonsense mattered. And we got this very true, though fictional, human story of redemption through suffering and misery, a guilty man who has made right, paid his debt to society, and Morgan Freeman bonding with a man who was falsely accused, though he confesses some of his own faults. It's just an incredible story, and everybody should see it. So this is sort of my evening to do short reviews on things I don't know what to say about, except everything visually, script-wise, the dialogue, the scenery, the setting, the development, the way the plot unfolds. The Shawshank Redemption is one of those incredible masterpieces of cinema. The only reason I don't rank it as one of my top ever is because it's not a movie that I would watch all the time. It's so emotionally engaging. I've only watched it 3 or 4 times, I think, since it came out. Sometimes not all the way through because I used to catch it on TV live, which also, gives away my age and where and when I was watching it. But it's not something that you just do every day. It's not funny. It's not exciting in the way that a superhero movie is. It's not common, regular, and yet it's an epic story. Something along the lines of Gone with the Wind or these other great classics that every now and then you got to be like, we got to watch this again and enjoy it. The Shawshank Redemption has it all. Though fiction, it's a true story in the sense that it is true to the character development, the passion, the emotions, the suffering, the literal redemption arc that we get for these characters and how they come out at the end with that pleasing and satisfying victory, but not a complete one. In a realistic fashion, they get freedom for what's left of their lives, but they never get back what was taken from them by a system, whether justly or unjustly, depending on the case. So if you haven't seen it, watch it, love it, enjoy it, thoroughly experience it. Let me know what you think below. The Shawshank Redemption.